Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Just came in from the woods. I've been out there most of the day, and I was thinking about something that I wanted to do a video on quick for you guys. Sort of a preparing for winter type video. But I want to mention something here first. I'm have been members of different online groups for quite some time, and never ever um, take for granted that somebody knows something that you know, no matter how simple it may be. And I'll give you an example of that. This was about maybe 3.5 years ago before I started my channel up. We were getting ready to go up north and do some hiking, and I took a couple of pictures of my coffee pot on the um, the fire pit. And I just posted this picture in one of the groups that I was in at the time. And I had a guy ask me, he said, "Hey, I'm not trying to be a smartass or anything here, but he says, I don't know how to make coffee in anything other than a Mr. Coffee maker." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, he said, "What you're doing there on the fire pit with your coffee pot, I'm not sure how to do that. How do you go about doing that?" So I went and I explained to him how, you know, how you make coffee on the fire pit. And it was one of those things. Never take for granted that somebody else knows something that you know, no matter how simple it is. And this is one of those things. And it goes back a little bit to all the stuff that happened in Texas last year. With the freezing weather that they had. You know, those folks just don't know how, some of that cold weather is for us people up north here. And this is why I was going to do this video. We had a lot of problems when I was a kid growing up with the pipes freezing. The old farmhouse that I lived in when I was growing up, the house itself was built in the late teens, early 20s, and it never had any type of plumbing in it until after World War II. And it was kind of an afterthought. They drilled the well and they put the plumbing in, and they put a bathroom on, they put an addition on, and they just made a little crawl space for that addition. So, of course, all the pipes for that were in this crawl space, and it was on the northeast side of the house. So whenever the northeast wind would blow, or we would get a storm out of the northeast, those pipes would freeze. So when I was old enough, one of my jobs was to go underneath and to hang these guys right here on the pipes to keep them from freezing. And I know with the modern stuff, you got the plug-in heat tape and that kind of stuff, and there's different pipe insulations and stuff, but we didn't have any of that growing up. If you wanted to keep the pipes from freezing, you basically hung a light down there, and the light emitted enough heat to keep the pipes from freezing. And I just wanted to share this with you guys. Like I said, it's kind of simple, but it's something that worked really well when I was growing up. And there were even times when the power was out when it was cold. And the farmer that was next to us there, he would let us borrow one of the little generators. And this was one of the things that we hooked up to that little generator was the lights to keep the pipes from freezing. All we would do is we would plug these lights on, we would turn them on, and we would hang them over the pipe, just like that. And that put enough heat in those pipes with the copper pipes to keep that stuff from freezing. And one thing I want to mention here, because we're up in the future now, you got to do it with an incandescent light bulb like this right here. You cannot do it with one of those LED light bulbs because they don't emit enough heat for that to work. So you got to have some incandescent. They even make heat lamps like they look like floodlights, and they use those for like baby chickens and things like that. You can hang those heat lamps in there to keep things warm. That's another thing that you can use. And one other thing that we did is if it was really cold, sometimes we would just turn the water on a real fine stream all night long. That little bit of water that got wasted, that running water doesn't freeze as easy as water that's stationary. So I just wanted to mention this. Like I said, it's kind of simple, but if you're ever in a bind or some really bad cold snap happens where you're at, if you're folks down south that don't know how to handle something like that. You know, your pipes are close to an outside wall or something like that. Always keep that in mind. Something like these little hanging trouble lights right here, you can hang those somewhere if you got electricity along your pipes there to keep your pipes from freezing. It was just one of those things that we did when I was young growing up, and you know, we were kind of on the poor side. I'm not sure my parents would have bought any type of heat tape or anything like that, even if it was available at the time. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you. You know, you can hang incandescent lights on the pipes to keep them from freezing, and you can leave the water on slow stream all night long to help prevent freezing pipes, because that's one of those things that prevention is definitely better than fixing stuff after the fact. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys get a little information, a little entertainment out of my videos, and give you something to think about there if there's a cold snap in your area. You guys have a good one.